Should you buy a house or should you wait? That has got to be the most asked question that I've seen over the past 6 months, with good reason, because we're all wondering what is going to happen. But I want to share just a few things so that you can make an educated decision. Number one, should everyone be buying into the hype and buying a house right now? Absolutely not. For a portion of you, renting is actually going to be a better option because it is cheaper right now than a mortgage in most areas. But it also is a really good time for buyers. So let's talk about, for those of you who want to buy right now, the two questions to ask yourself is, number one, do you feel comfortable with the monthly payment? Have you ran the numbers about what it's going to cost for principal and interest, property taxes, homeowners insurance, potential HOA, potential PMI if you put down less than 20%? What is the ADT, internet, electric? What is all that going to be? What is your out the door for your home? Do you feel comfortable with that payment over the next 30 years if interest rates never change? If you're comfortable with that payment, then that's a good sign. Number two, are you going to be in this house for 7 to 12 years? Because statistically, the housing prices have always gone up, but it's all about when you're going to sell. So if you're going to buy today and you might sell tomorrow, you're probably going to lose money. So be aware of that. But if you can keep the house for 7, 12, 15 years, statistically, you should be good. So you could live in it for 2 years, rent it out if that's a possibility. Or if you're going to be living in it for 15 years, again, historically, you should be good and the property prices should go up, which brings me to the next question. Will the prices go up? As of now, we are still short on supply. Depending on which data you read, we're about 4 to 5 million homes short in America. When you have low supply and high demand, it raises the prices. But the prices are kind of stagnant. When the interest rates drop to 6.5%, 6%, 5.5%, if that were to happen, we can only imagine that the demand's going to go up and the prices are going to go up. Our price is going to jump 30%. I don't see that, but I'm making this video in February. This could change if data changes. But as of now, I think prices are going to stay level. They're going to go up just a little bit. So again, if you're comfortable, it's probably a good time to buy if you can afford it. Why? Because houses are sitting on the market in some areas for a few weeks if they're priced appropriately, and you have the ability to negotiate. You don't have much inventory, but you can go see houses without having to rush to put an offer in most cases. So you have the ability to ask for seller concessions where maybe they can cover some of your closing costs, which will save you cash up front. You might even be able to negotiate the price. You might be able to ask for repairs during your inspection period if that makes sense for the deal. You could actually, sleep on your decision, bring your partner or spouse or friend or parent by the next day. You're not as in a rush as we were in 2021. So take advantage of the fact that there's not as much demand right now. But when interest rates, if they come down to 5.5%, it's going to open the pool for so many first-time homebuyers who are waiting on the edge, which is great for first-time homebuyers to be ready to get with the lender, to get yourself approved, to be ready for that. But for someone who can comfortably afford the payment right now, you don't have as much competition, so you should look into that. And then lastly, what if we buy now and refinance later? We just don't know what interest rates are going to do. Everyone's predicting rates are going to come down. But again, if rates come down, the prices might come up. So what is that difference going to be? If you do buy right now and you're comfortable with the payment and rates do drop 1%, 1.5%, it might make sense to refinance in the future, but you don't want to bet on interest rates coming down because we don't know. So again, if it's 7% and you can comfortably afford it, then do that. Grab it if you can afford it. And if it does drop, look at that as a bonus. But that is my 2 cents on the whole deal.